Hello everyone, this is Zoltar and welcome back to our Galactic Civilizations 3 campaign. Last time, we just very recently managed to clean up the planet Bond 2 at the cost of a couple of ships, but we got it done. It's over. Next up is going to be Gateway 1 is going to be our goal, and then of course Proxima Aquarii eventually. And finally, after a long fight, I imagine we will reach Earth. But for now, a bit more of an immediate concern is cleaning up after taking Bond 2. So I think to start off with, we're going to have our constructor go ahead and get established so he can be mining some of this Illyrium. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a starbase. And it's going to be a mining ring starbase. Just gathering us some of that so we can maybe make some good use of it. Seems like we've gotten quite a few strategic resources this time compared to the previous time, so we'll have to see how we can make good use of those. And what else is left as we finish cleaning up? Our scout fleet can do some scouting. Just a very little bit, apparently. That's fine, and looks like it's time for us to go ahead and intern. There we are. Got our first Illyrium mine set up. Got two of them, in fact, so that's very nice. Alright, Scout, what do you see? Nothing of interest whatsoever. Fantastic. Let's keep moving with all our stuff. Found a little more Durantium. I can't even words. Alright. And the first fleet, I guess, this shipyard didn't have any support, it looks like, so it's kind of disappeared into the nothingness. But there is still a starbase here to take down, so let's go deal with that with the first fleet. Do a little quick battle, shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. Goodbye, starbase. I'm glad you're gone. Now there is a planet here to take, but clearly they have some zone of influence over here as well. Looks like another starbase gathering antimatter, so we might want to check over that direction and see if we can take that down. Okay, anything else we really need to clean up over here? All the planets still building, still researching matter disruption, I believe, for our beam weapon technology. Just want to make that Crusader as powerful as possible. And of course, our shipyard is still busy with a colony ship because, man, do we want 5 or 6 of those. Probably not actually that many, but we can use a bunch of them here, right? There's this lush world to take. There are some slightly less good worlds to take, but still a couple of very good ones. So we'll see how many of those we can get gathered up. Ooh, and we found a treasury with our survey ship. He's been hard at work just periodically getting to these artifacts and doing some decent collecting. There are some ship graveyards around I could attempt. He has a very small escort with him, but that might be enough to deal with a ship graveyard or two. For now, though, we'll just send him to this artifact down in the corner here. And then finally, the second fleet still apparently needs orders. It's off hunting. It could maybe... How much of the logistics are you taking up? 22 of 26? I wonder how much the Crusader itself takes. It takes 5. So if I can get a hold of a bit more in terms of logistics, I might be able to link the Crusader up with that and not need to worry about reinforcing it, since it's lost a significant number of its escort ships. We can see, though. We can just see exactly how things go down. Alright, just keep poking around just a bit, and we'll intern. Whoa! Whoa! Quick battle? I don't see that going well for us. Yep, we're going all explodey. That is not a good thing at all. We did barely any damage to them whatsoever. We lost the whole second fleet to that. Alright, looks like the Crusader might need to get back and defend that planet, but I want to see if we can do something over here first. Strom is a perfect world, class 21, but requires atmospheric cleansing because the radiation levels are too high. That's interesting. It doesn't look like it's actually being controlled by anybody right now. But there is this starbase that I really would like to take down if I can. And then we gotta get back to Bond and defend it, because this is not good. It's these... We've got some death carriers here. Yup. Not good. Fragile ship that carries large assault fighters. This might have been the wrong way to go. I think I needed to defend this planet almost immediately. I was not expecting such a backlash immediately right now, but that will happen sometimes. The Terran Third Fleet might need to come and help defend the planet, so you guys get up there. We've been spending too long dallying about, not enough time doing. So do what you can. And then we have an idle ship here. Oh, okay. Just a cargo ship. There we go. Here they come. That is not good. I don't know if the Crusader could even defend against those. And he's definitely not going to get there in time, it looks like. Are those fleets still there? And do I still have vision of them for some reason? Or is the game being all useless in terms of that information? I'm honestly not sure. Get moving, people. Okay. Scout ship can keep running around as well. See what it can see. We didn't even deal with the starbase because we turned around too fast. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, good. Looks like our scout ship is getting into some trouble. I do kind of wish I could retreat, because at this point I'm just throwing these units away. It didn't even have the sensors to see what was going on. Just gets taken down by this giant fleet. No hope of survival. Very sad. Okay, we got our colony ship done. Go ahead and grab what we can for that. Let's see. These transports are exposed for the moment, it looks like. I think we might be able to bring them down. It's still risky, though. Alright, quick battle. Go, Crusader, go! Just be a boss. Hey, we did it. What do you know? Now run back to the planet as fast as you can, because that fleet still looks terrifying. But at least the transport vessels are down, right? That was my big concern there, was taking down some of those. I don't think he has any left. Oh no, he does have 2 left. Okay, but we got 2 of them killed. So that'll make it a little bit harder for him to take all these planets he's going to want. And then our colony ship finished up. We did kind of want Illyrian if we could get it. It looked a little nice. You know, it was a ghost world. We could get a lot of research done with it. But unfortunately, you know, our less enemies went ahead and took it from us. So instead, we'll just head to Erin, it looks like, with this colony ship. That means our shipyard needs something to do. Well, we need some serious battle units if we can get them out. There's the Overlord, there's the battleship. I think we have a couple battleships out already. They're the ones, I think those are our big escorts that are kind of working with the Crusader for the time being. So maybe if we've got Overlords with it already, and it itself is a special kind of super beam weapon, maybe we get some kind of missile attack if we can. We could get a carrier to go along with the whole group. Potentially, that's an option. Cruiser, the battle hammer. The battle hammer is actually really tempting to me to go ahead and put with it, but I don't know if it's exactly what I want. Maybe a destroyer instead. It is a large ship. It takes a lot, but it still can get work done. The Ranger is another option. Another large missile-based ship. What's the difference between... Okay, wait. The Ranger... Yeah, large missile ship. The Destroyer, also a large missile ship. What's the difference between you two? Besides the way you look, because that's what it looks like. I'm not seeing any other obvious difference. Like, it looks like they do the exact same thing. That frustrates me. Fine, whatever. Corvette, the Fury. He's kind of not exactly what we're looking for. I don't know, the Defender is kind of tempting for me. He has some point defenses. He can get a little bit of work done. He doesn't take a whole lot of space. Maybe it would be better to just go with a giant ship, but I'm so tempted to just kind of support us with a little bit of small ships to make things work. Ship range is 41. Okay. I guess that's part of it. These guys don't have a lot of range either. I don't know. Maybe we can take one destroyer. Maybe we just build one destroyer. There we go. Now, what are Aperture and Crucial up to during all of this? Kind of increasing production still. I suppose that's fine. If they haven't even finished increasing all their production right now, then I think we can probably just let them keep going with their social engineering for the time being. And we have our survey ship who still needs orders. He can go check out this ship graveyard. That should be just fine. Well, the ships wandered off somewhere else. I don't know if it's a good idea to hunt them down before reinforcing the fleet, though. Not after the way the second fleet got absolutely annihilated. I'm going to try and link these two up, and then they can go hunting. Hopefully before I lose something like Cardassian or our deep space starbase. Okay. Survey ship, go ahead and do your thing. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, quick battle. Lifting the fog. Plus 25% sensor range to all ships in fleet. Well, I guess that's not the worst thing ever. We did lose some hit points, but not too many. Looks like they were all on the survey ship as well, so it wasn't even our weakest units. It was our tankier unit of the group. Okay, that's another artifact, so why don't you guys just head toward it. Just fine, just fine. You've got some vigilance with you. Or I guess a vigilant and the stalwart is what they are. What class are they? I'm not sure. I don't even recognize them immediately. They kind of look like they might be battleships, basically. Okay, but they're basic all-arounders is more or less what it looked like. Focusing, I mean, they've got some point defense, some armor, some shield. You know, that's just what I'm seeing right now. It says a large beam combat platform capable of filling space with deadly glittering colors, but it still has even more missile attack than beam attack is what it looks like, so... And then, of course, the Crusader has a lot of beam, a lot of missile, and then decent defenses all around as well. I'm tempted to take out the Rangers, and maybe not the Cutters, but maybe just the Rangers. If I can eject them and get them into the Crusader fleet, that might be helpful. Let's go ahead and eject this one as well. Let's see, you guys go that way. Ranger, go there. Other Ranger, go there. And intern. Still not seeing that large fleet. Don't know where it went. We could potentially build just a giant sensor ship. I don't know if there have been any patches to prevent that, but that just feels a bit silly. The customizing ships to do overpowered things thing. It's understandable. You can't fault anybody for it, but I think I'm going to try and avoid it for the time being. And just hunt down this ship the old-fashioned way. Oh, we didn't even get... it couldn't even fit both of them. Shoot. Because this cost logistics 5 and we only had 2 left over. So never mind. You get back in there. You guys go hang out protecting the planet. You guys just keep hunting. Alright. Colony ship should be hitting the world this turn. You're one move short. That's pathetic. I hate all of you. Trade offer. They want armor lamination in exchange for a bunch of credits. Sounds reasonable. Why not? I like a bunch of credits. I'm not too concerned about them having increased military capability as long as we stay friendly, so sure, let's go for it. On top of that, we're apparently the second place in power right now. The Dringian are massively in first, but that's been slowing. Or dropping steadily in terms of faction power. Let's check military power. It's been dropping fairly steadily as well, so that's good. That's nice. I like having this here. It's a useful little tool. Research. Oh man, they lost a lot of research at some point. I wonder if that's when we took out Craze Folly or something. Because it was some time ago. Yeah, I mean, that very much looks like at one point when we took one of their planets. Kind of a big deal. Alright. But somehow they grew massively in economic power. I guess that's because they weren't paying for all that stuff anymore. That makes some degree of sense. Anyway, that's all been looked at. Let's keep hunting. Oh no, we still need to intern. Shoot. We had that trade offer to deal with. Fleet. I know you're out here somewhere. Where did you go? Doesn't want to be found. Understandable. They are cowards, so... I guess I won't, pick on them too much for that. Yes, colonize the planet, thank you. And there's a comet. Has re-entered the solar system after a 50-year absence, throwing a primitive local species into a frenzy. They apparently worship this regularly returning visitor as a god. Your scientists report, however, that this comet is at least partly artificial, a relic apparently left in the Oort cloud by an advanced species. There may be some salvage potential in it, provided, of course, that we're willing to kill a god to get it. What are your orders? Not going to throw these poor people into more confusion than our presence has already caused. Study the comet remotely, but don't do anything to disturb the object. So, we could do that and have a small research bonus. We could go pragmatic and take some extra time to deal with it, it looks like, would be the basic idea, and that costs us extra money, costs us credits. Man, I almost kind of want to go with the pragmatic option, because 40% research is insane. But I've decided we're benevolent this time. We're being benevolent, so we're just going to stick to that path. And we're not going to disturb the comet. We'll just study it from afar. And call that good. So there's a paradise here. We've got some extra food to keep growing for a little while, but not too much. I'm tempted to set up just kind of a basic factory. It has one free normal improvement still, so we can set up a factory here, right? And that's our free normal improvement. And then maybe we just build one more factory after that. I should have checked where I could upgrade soil. It's kind of acceptable still, although I might have chosen this location. Anyway, now that we've looked at all that, let's see. Nowhere particularly interesting to drop something like a hospital or a farm. This is going to be really good, I think, for something like... I mean, there's a consulate, there's an embassy, an entertainment center to increase a port of call, for example. Not even going to get a benefit there. So I guess an entertainment center is what we would really want there when we need approval later. So we'll have to think about that. It provides a bonus to adjacent improvements of approval, so that's not all that interesting. Why don't we just stick to the factories for now, maybe do a solar power plant afterward. That'll give this thing plenty of time to work away for us for a while. We'll just let it start building itself up. Okay, and then Bond needs something to do. I am tempted to increase this planet's defenses in some way. Let's see. We've got research motivator, slaughtertorium for approval. Approval's still not very high here, I want to point out. Farms are positioned next to the capital. I'm wondering... Doesn't look like... Okay, yeah, we can do soil engineering somewhere. And terraform plant other places. It'd be nice if we could put another thing here to get a triangle of farms going, or maybe a hospital, but can't have everything. Okay, manufacturing. Manufacturing, research, and food. The slave pit seems really nice in a lot of ways. So what exactly do we want to do then? I'm almost tempted to have a planetary defense system. Just dump it in a corner somewhere and be like, okay, well, we're just making it a little bit harder on you. So good luck. It's tempting. It's tempting. There's also the military academy to increase defenses in a different way. It's so tempting. Maybe instead, though, we have some amount of manufacturing, I guess, from the camp and the pit. I always want more, though, for some reason. I could also just dump down a shipyard out this far for now. Tell it, hey, build me a shipyard eventually. Or just put down a missionary center, because I haven't built enough of these yet. Why don't I just do that? Get these started everywhere. The best that I can. Alright. Found some treasury. Oh, we found a fleet. Chase down that fleet. It's going to blow up our starship, and that's quite rude of it, but we will retaliate. You get out of here, people. They're still going to blow up the starship, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that, I think. Mazda 1. That's interesting, especially because they're so bad at manufacturing. I wonder what that's supposed to say. All right. You guys get on top of Bond. We're running out of time here for this one. Particularly, we can go a few more turns and see if we can actually get anything done. Somehow I doubt it. We kind of got a nice burst of activity right at the start. And it's becoming a bit more difficult to finish things. They'll just let our starship get blown up. No other real options there. Yes, yes, bad things happened. It is unfortunate. But we will fight back. Come on, Crusader. Yeah, see, he's got this handled. It's just not a problem. He's just going to deal with it. Look at all that armor, that shielding. Oh man, it's insane. Good job, guys. Proud of you. Got work done. I guess it's not too bad to trade a constructor ship for 2 transports and a random other thing, so I'll take it. How are you two doing back here? Crucial still has this long list of stuff to build that I queued up for it a long time ago, it looks like. Just all kinds of upgrading to do from tech as well, all that kind of thing. When we got a similar deal going on Aperture still. Just so much manufacturing, it seems like, being taken away from these guys. We've got them split, interestingly. We could do some more manufacturing and research and kind of cut into wealth a bit. We're not gaining a whole lot of income per turn. I mean, it's just, they're not very good at it. So maybe we'll just go to governing, take away the wealth, and dump it into manufacturing and research both instead. There you go. Eventually we can maybe switch that up, but for now I think I'm okay with it. And we'll do a very similar thing here as well. Just take away the wealth, more manufacturing, and science, please. There we are. Ooh, more fleets moving in. Hopefully we can defend against that 3-unit fleet. Looks like one of them is even, once again, a transport, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem. We've got a decent-sized fleet in the area. We don't really want these two to link up. So I'm tempted to have the fleet kind of move out here and deal with this. Ooh, what am I loading up here? Hold on. What kind of ship do I have here that I probably don't want to make leave? There's a transport here still. Okay, we'll leave the transport behind. There we go. All you guys come out here and start a fight here. Hopefully they can deal with this, but there's no real guarantee, unfortunately. Yes, they did. And they dealt with it reasonably well. Not too many hit points lost. Get back to the planet. And you guys are just going to chase down this fleet over here. Once again, looks like it's mostly transports. Okay. These are some support ships, but they aren't transports. That one's a transport, it looks like. Carries fast and deadly assault fighters. Maybe it's not even transports. They've looked like transports, but I don't think they are. They're actually, I've been an idiot the whole time, they're actually carriers. But still, a whole bunch of carriers out on their own, you imagine those wouldn't do well most of the time. So we're still going to go after it. Like, that does explain where exactly all of these units come from, right? A bunch of tiny interceptors. But they don't actually get much done. They just kind of have a lot of armor. Thankfully, we're relying mostly on our giant beam weapon, so the armor doesn't really do much, and they just never have that much shielding. So I think that's part of why we're just absolutely destroying most of these battles. And it's just because we walk in and the Crusader's like, yeah, what? I have a giant beam weapon. Deal with it. Works for me. Now, there is another Dringian outpost here. I don't know why I thought those were transports for so long, when they're clearly carriers. Alright, well I got that figured out, so at least... Ooh, yeah, let's do the little pirate battle here. Quick battle. We got a colony ship! Excellent! You know what? That's pretty fantastic. I am very okay with that. I kind of want to take Mazda, even though it has some bad manufacturing. It just kind of lets us extend out into things a bit more. And at some point, it would be nice to take Strom 2. Why don't we go ahead and check exactly what that's going to take? It requires atmospheric cleansing. So let's go to technology and see if we can figure out where that is. It's probably somewhere in colonization, if I had to take a guess. And I'm worried it's going to be very deep into it. We've got atmospheric cleansing. Okay, so it's probably not reasonable because it's still 28 techs out. I think, if I'm correct about how this works, we need 28 more techs to get to the past the Age of War and to the Age of Ascension. Then we could maybe take atmospheric cleansing at that point. Maybe we can do it now. Oh no, right now we would be on colonization. We would be all the way back on what? It's saying aquatic world mastery. So a colonization focus. Normalizes production on aquatic worlds and boosts their wealth and tourism. Normalizes production on frozen worlds. Normalizes production on barren worlds. Why don't we go back to what we were doing in the first place, which was matter disruption for our beam weapons. Yeah, allows construction of advanced beam weapons. That's what we were up to. So we could get to high energy focus and eventually beam amplification is what we were after, to make our beams totally stupid. Was basically the point. Alright. But maybe we'll head toward that aquatic world bonus, and so we can go ahead and take Mazda before long and just plan on fixing it later by specializing into those worlds. So that's interesting. Okay. I am totally fine with that. You guys head this way. There's another graveyard. You're still kind of okay on hit points. Let's try it. You still got the 2 ships with you. Another quick battle. We got a gunboat. Yeah, just hang out with them. Sure. Reinforce the survey fleet. You guys still have all kinds of exploring to go around and do. Why don't you head toward... There's another ship graveyard. Don't know if we want to hop all the way over to that. The survey ship is getting a little low on hit points at this point. So instead, why don't you guys just head for this artifact? And yeah, that's good. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and call it here, though. We have a distinct plan soon. We've been blowing up Jurgen fleets everywhere, right? We can watch the graph. We can go to military power and just look like, oh, look, it falls, it falls, it falls, it falls, it falls. It's just going to never stop doing that with any luck. We're reinforcing with our 1 shipyard. We're going to have to get more shipyards up, maybe up here at some point to help out. We can have Craze Folly contribute production potentially to the shipyard once it's kind of up and running and it's gotten its manufacturing center dealt with and everything's just been established very well back here. But for now, I'm kind of happy with where we're at. I'm glad we've been surviving the assault so far. We'll just have to keep an eye out, keep paying attention, and keep getting worlds established. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.